Hi and welcome back to the Positive Prepper. As you can see, we don't have any snow anymore. Yay! Started getting our garden done. And if you hear barking, just ignore it. That's our German Shepherd that hasn't quite learned how to heel and quiet and all that kind of stuff. So he's a doggy in training. He's only about 6 months old, so we're still training him. So there's a couple of things that I want to talk about in this video. The first one is, why are people who do what they're supposed to do, pay their bills on time, and now they're going to be penalized? So, if you have a credit score above 680, you now will have to pay. So like if you want a loan for a mortgage, you have to pay an extra $40 a month to help subsidize the people that aren't paying their bills and have the lower credit scores. So why are the people that, they're doing right in society, they're doing what they're supposed to do, and now they're being penalized? This is that equity thing. We're going to take from you that is doing really well, and we're going to give it to the people that aren't doing so well, so that everybody's on an equal playing field. Doesn't matter how good or bad you are, we just want everybody to be equal. I don't know what you guys think, but in my opinion, it's wrong. We should not be penalized for doing the right thing, right? For working hard, paying our bills, getting those credit scores up, which, by the way, are bogus anyways. But that's the world that we live in, and, we do everything we can to make sure that everything's right, and we get penalized for it. It's just really, really, really wrong. Another thing that came out is that if you are a Catholic, which I am not, I am Christian, but I am not Catholic, you are on a terrorist watch list now. They are going to watch all of your social media posts and your transactions and all of that. And of course, Merrick Garland is saying, oh, that was just a rogue, FBI agent or whatever that took this thing on and, had nothing to do with the DOJ or anything like that. BS. You guys know everything that goes on in there. This is not a rogue thing. What's happening here, folks, is that if you consider yourself a Christian, your social credit score is going to drop, and you are going to be put, just like anybody that's a Trump supporter, you are going to be put on that list as a domestic terrorist. So remember when they came out with this whole thing about, watching America in the under the guise of making America safe, right? No, that's not what this is. Nobody's petrified or scared for their life because somebody's a Catholic. It's just another way for them to have a war against God-fearing people. This is going to get worse. It's going to get way worse. And people need to be aware of that. I don't post a lot on my personal Facebook page anymore. Oh, believe me, I want to. But I don't. Because, excuse me, the things that I want to say, I probably already have that wonderful label just because of what I say on here and what I've said on Rumble, but I probably already have that label on me. But I don't put a lot of stuff on social media because anybody that comments on it, likes it, loves it, hates it, whatever, they are guilty by association. And I don't want to put those people in that position. That's why I'm really careful about what I say on here. Because I don't want you all as viewers to be guilty by association. Well, I watched Positive Prepper once. You know, I just don't want that. But this is becoming a bigger issue where our free speech is being attacked from every direction. And I'm trying really hard to figure out how to make this like a Paul Revere thing where, you know, but I know that even if I send letters through the post office or I get private emails or private text messages, all of that is going to be looked at, and with the label that I'm pretty sure that I have, I don't want anybody else to get that label. But this is where we're headed. If you are a Christian conservative, doesn't matter what your affiliations are, doesn't matter what your political beliefs are, anything like that, if you are a conservative Christian, and even a bigger mark against you if you own a gun, hell's coming. The fight is coming. The war is coming. And that's exactly what's going to happen. So I was talking to some people the other day about these train derailments. You know, we just had another one. It was either yesterday or today here in Wisconsin, down by La Crosse, where a train derailed and a couple of cars went into the Mississippi River. What if these train derailments are coming from people that have come across the border? Because you know that we have Chinese nationalists, we have Russian nationalists, we have Middle Eastern nationalists. We have people coming from all over the world across that southern border. Who knows? But what if these train derailments are actually occurring purposefully to muck up, you know, put these toxins in our waters and slow down the supply chain? And you know, we have a solar flare that's coming towards Earth right now, which I wouldn't be surprised shuts down the electric grid. And you know, we're going to blame it on the sun, but again, all of these attacks on our substations, to me, there are never coincidences, ever. Everything that's going on happens for a reason, right? So I want to show you something. I'm going to switch the camera around too. So I'm in my woods, right? I'm heading to my God bench right now with my dogs and my husband and my daughter, because it's one of my favorite places. It is raining out, but I'm going to switch the camera just for a second. If I can figure out how to... You see this? This was all woods. And our county came in and decided that they wanted the money for the trees that were in this section of the woods. Now, why am I showing you that, and what does it have to do with anything? tell you what that has to do. We were powerless to stop it. You know, we were told, so we pay taxes on 40 acres, right? That's what we own. The county's now saying, nope, you only own 31 acres. But we've been paying taxes for 23 years on 40 acres. So yes, there's a fight coming. But we have to be careful because we're also trying to build our business here. And if we rock the boat, we might not get the necessary licenses that we need for our business here. And I'm only bringing that up in the context of you have your morals and you have your values and you know what you stand for, right? You know your belief systems, you know what you believe is politically, religiously, societally, culturally. You have all of these things, right? The problem is that at some point, a lot of people have to give up all of those things so that there's a conformity to reach the goals that you have. Now, would we be absolutely heartbroken if all of our licenses got denied? You know, all of that kind of stuff. Probably not. But we've been working awful damn hard to get to the point that we want to be to sustain the refuge that we are building because we know SHTF is going to happen. But how can you build on that if at every turn you are having to put everything that you believe in aside to conform to a certain belief system? And that's what's happening all across the country. It's not just our story, it's everybody's story. So, you know, now they're giving away, you know, $75 for things if you're on Medicaid or Medicare, whichever one it is. And they're giving away all of this free stuff because they want you more dependent on the government. Now, I'm not saying not to use it. I'm saying don't depend on it. Okay? If you're a disabled person and you get, you know, Medicaid, Medicare, whatever, and you're getting these extra benefits, like I know somebody that gets a free Fitbit, you know, that's awesome, especially when it comes to health. I have one, my husband has one, my daughter has one. They're great for helping you get a more healthy lifestyle. So those things are great. Just don't depend upon them. Okay? So what does this all have to do with prepping? Especially when I show like that. Okay? This hits really, really close to home. Like a border. So you see where the wood line is? That's my property. You see where the trees are gone? That's county property. That hits. And that's how close all of this hits. With all of these train derailments and everything that's going on, it affects us, all of us. And you need to be prepared for this coming in bigger waves. Now we're sending nuclear warships over to support South Korea. So now we don't just have to worry about the war between Taiwan and China. We have to worry about a war between North and South Korea yet again. You know, we have a huge deficit, but we're sending money over to Ukraine still. Although you notice you don't hear a whole lot about that anymore, right? You guys really need to be preparing for all of this. You need to be preparing for the higher gas prices. oh, they're going to be 80 cents lower than they were last summer. They're still going to be $3 higher, right, than they were in, whatever, 2022. Okay? So you still have to be preparing. You still have to be in the mindset. You cannot be complacent on any of this. Your gas prices are going to go up. I'm hearing now, and I don't know which bank it is, but I'm hearing that U.S. Bank and another really big bank system are closing a lot of local small banks. It's only a matter of time before all of that just drops. And I've been talking about that for a while. And I've been watching the signs, you know, trying to figure out when. It's really kind of hard to pinpoint that stuff, but there are things happening that point to, at some point, our country is just going to implode. I guess that's probably the clearest, best way I can say it. Is it tomorrow? Probably not. Could it be next week? Maybe. A couple months down the road? Probably. Okay? You need to keep preparing. You need to keep stocking that food. You need to keep stocking that water. They're still after our weapons. Okay? Oh, we just want to ban automatics. Yeah, well, what comes after that, right? So, the point, I think, of this video is just to let you know that don't be complacent. You need to keep fighting for this stuff. You need to keep building up those supplies. You need to keep building up that self-defense. It's either going to be a nuclear war, an economic war, a religious war. The point here is there will be a war, and it will come from whatever direction. So be prepared for it. Keep doing what you're doing. Start talking in the community. Hit the like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. We need each other right now more than we've ever needed each other before. If you have hints, post them. If you have ideas or insight, post them. Do what you have to do to be an active member of the community that helps other people get prepared. So I love you guys. Thank you for staying with me. As always, stay safe, stay aware, and God bless.